What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. I will go into this subject and then I will check the chat, starting with the super chat. Family, if you want to skip the line, jump into the super chat. Also, smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up those likes. It helps with YouTube's algorithm. That means, in short, that it helps with the positioning of the video. When you see those videos on YouTube and it has suggested videos for you and stuff like that, that's YouTube's algorithm at work. What helps with that is when you smash those likes up. So smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. So the verdict is in, and Snoop Dogg's full red talk, table talk, has left people even more divided than they were before. And I'll explain momentarily. The full episode of Snoop's red table talk finally aired on Facebook Watch on Wednesday, that's today. And the big question is whether it clarified the issue at hand between Snoop and Gayle King, or did it exacerbate the situation? So basically, during the episode, Snoop once again explained why he called Gayle King the B word. He basically said that after she brought up allegations of Kobe Bryant's sexual assault case back in 2003 in her interview with Lisa Leslie, he felt that Gayle King had disrespected Kobe Bryant, his family, and his legacy. And he was basically speaking up for the fans who felt very disrespected. He said that when he got the initial backlash, that was one thing, but when he talked to his mother didn't tell him he was wrong, but she did tell him in so many words, I didn't raise you like this. And when you go out there, you're not representing just me. You're representing all the women who have come across your path in your life. So it's not just about me. It's not just about Gayle King. It's about all of the women you've come across in your life. Now, you know that one of the initial clips, promotional clips that was dropped included a message from Jada Pinkett Smith saying that, telling Snoop Dogg when she first heard him say what he said, her heart dropped and she was like, nah, Snoop, when you said what you said, she said, I felt like you were talking to me, you were talking to Willow, you were talking to my mother, all the women. Of course, a lot of people took exception to that. Like, come on, Jada, you know damn well Snoop wasn't talking to you. You know, just like the other hundreds of thousands, if not millions of women who chimed in, who actually took Snoop's side. A lot of women were quick to point out that, no, this is not a man versus woman thing. This is not a black man versus black female thing. This is not a black man being disrespectful of black females in general. This is a black man calling out a black woman who he believes is selling out the black community. So that was the message for many of the black women who took Snoop's side. And I dare say that most black women were taking his sides. And I looked at it, I checked out interviews across many platforms, not interviews, but comments across many platforms. And the overwhelming majority of women were in agreement with Snoop. Now, Snoop said that after he said what he said, he got calls from Puffy, Tyler Perry, he said that Van Jones called him, powerful black men. And they said, look, man, we got your back, but you could have went about this a different way. So I get it. I get that part. I actually thought that the interview would be a hit job. It wasn't. This is why I think some people were perturbed. I think some people got mad that it wasn't a hit job because they're not satisfied with the interview. They wanted Snoop to get on his knees and crawl. And he didn't do that. They wanted Jada Pinkett to go after him. They wanted her mother. They wanted Willow to go after Snoop. And they didn't do that. Instead, they actually played a video of Jamil Hill, not necessarily praising Snoop, but she was recognizing his apology and saying that that was a good thing. It's a good step in the right direction. Also, I can never say her name. I want to say Iyanla. I can't say her last name. I can never pronounce her name right. I'm sorry, but I think it's Iyanla Van Zant, something like that. But she is the woman that's on Oprah's show, and she brings a lot of families together for healing and stuff like that. She also gave it up to Snoop and was like acknowledging his apology. Some people say that they were praising him and stuff. I didn't really see praising. I saw that they were just recognizing that he apologized. The thing about apologies when it comes to Black people, especially I think Black men, they want you to basically, when you apologize, they want you to put on a dress and makeup and a wig and start tooting. They want you to, prance and wear high heels or something and apologize. How many damn times the man got to apologize? He's basically on an apology tour right now. How many times do you have to apologize for the same thing? The fact that he went on that Red Table show to offer some clarification, to even explain himself, shows the willingness for him to want to get along, want to have some type of amicable resolution. But there are certain people out there, when a Black man steps across the line in their perception, the way that they believe, that they feel like a Black man has crossed the line, they want to eviscerate you. They want to tar and feather you. They want you to be totally embarrassed. They want to break you. They want to break the buck, so to speak. And if they want you to apologize the way they want an apology, not the way you want to apologize. They want you to apologize the way they want an apology. I'll tell you straight up, I wouldn't have done all of that. If I felt like I was wrong, I would have apologized, but I wouldn't be doing all that stuff Snoop doing. I wouldn't do all of that. I would have done that. That video that he did was suffice. That was a strong apology. It was emotional, it was heartfelt. And Snoop actually said that he didn't contact his team before he put that video out. He didn't consult with them or anything. He just, he said he just turned the camera on and started talking, just speaking from the heart. I can dig that. I thought that the interview would be a hit job. They actually went a little deeper than just the Snoop Gayle King controversy. They talked about Pop Smoke, who got killed, and Snoop gave his experience on how he thinks an artist should move around in this industry. When you become famous, how you should move to keep yourself safe. He touched briefly on his relationship with Tupac, and he talked about coming back full circle, Kobe Bryant, why he felt so compelled to say what he said. He said, man, bottom line, I was frustrated. I was angry. I spoke out of anger. I let my emotions get the best of me. Hey, man, if that ain't enough for you, in my opinion, you can go to hell. That should be enough. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done all of that. See, because the thing is that if somebody is against you, they're going to be against you. If they're for you, they're going to be for you. Being for somebody does not mean you have to agree with everything that they say, everything that they do. That's indicative of the calls that he got from his male friends who are in the industry, who are very powerful, who told him, I got your back, man. But I think you should have said that a little different. You could have done that. You could have handled that a different way. That's sincere. That's real. I'm not about to dance on cue. I'm not about to scratch where I don't itch. I'm not finna play y'all game. You're not finna control me. You're never going to control Willie D. I don't give a damn how high up the ladder I get. You're never going to be able to control me, ever. Don't even think about it. You better go get all of your gatekeepers and y'all put all of y'all together. You couldn't control me. I came here a baby boy. I became a man. That is how I'm going to die. I will die a man. When I die, they're going to say, that's a man right there. It ain't going to be no question about it. Again, if I felt I was wrong, I think having the capability of apologizing is an attribute. I don't see anything wrong with somebody apologizing if they sincerely believe they was wrong. But to just be apologizing to gain favor, access, monetary compensation, nah, that ain't me. I can pass because I have too much integrity. I'm not gonna play the Steve Harvey game. Remember what Steve Harvey told Monique? Man, it's about the money. Get that integrity. Integrity don't pay no bills. So the bottom line is that many people, just as the same people, basically how people felt before the interview, they pretty much feel the same way. So if you were on the side of Snoop Dogg before the interview, you're still on the side of Snoop Dogg. If you were against Snoop Dogg before the interview, you're probably still against Snoop Dogg. This is why the interview, in my opinion, was unnecessary. But actually, I'm not mad at the interview. I'm really not mad at it. I like the idea of healing, at least trying to attempt to heal. I really thought that after I saw that interview, I was going to be really, really pissed off at Jada Pinkett Smith and disappointed in Snoop. I walked away from that interview not feeling that way. I think that that was a genuine attempt to heal. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to heal. But I do believe that Gayle King needs to step up to the plate, and that needs to be some apologizing on her behalf, because she basically hijacked the whole situation. She hijacked the moment. It wasn't even, the whole thing came down to what she said. She initiated this. She threw the rock, hit her hand, and played the victim. Now she's sitting back right now. It's even right now, people sitting back like they're really wanting Snoop to continue to apologize to her. Like she really is a victim. Now I can get it. when we say things, when we call a Black woman out of her name, I think we got to be very, very careful with that. I'm with that. I see that we do have to be very careful, because there are Black women who are going to hear that and think, well, that's disrespectful to Black women, period. They're not going to look at Gayle King the way I look at Gayle King, as an enemy. Because I believe an enemy gets what an enemy gets. I have no love for Gayle King. I don't care what somebody says about Gayle King. I care what they say about Gail Jefferson, Gail Davis, Gail Smith, Gail Williams, the regular girl on the streets, the regular woman on the streets that I don't even know. I care about what they say about her, because I haven't identified her as a sellout to the Black community. I've identified Gayle King as a sellout. So I don't care what somebody says about her. I don't care what happens to her. I think that Snoop, just like he said, he let his emotions get the best of him. And when he said that, he kind of just opened himself up to all of these attacks. And it allowed Gayle King and her handlers to hijack that moment and make her the victim instead of Kobe Bryant and his family and his friends and his fans. Now she's the victim, some kind of way. Y'all give it some time. I can guarantee you. Give it some time. I will guarantee you Gayle King will be back in full force, undermining the Black community, undermining the Black man's plight, because that's who she is. I promise you she will do that again. Now, she may come a little bit more subtle the next time, but she will do it again, because that's who she is. That's what she's been hired to do. And she's hired to be a shield for white supremacy. And white supremacy always discards its tools when it's done with them. Let me go into the chat, see what y'all saying. I'll start in the super chat. Let's see. Going in. Jay Play, what's up? As soon as Snoop speak his mind, he apologized. As soon as Snoop speaks his mind, he apologized. Y'all say what's up to Cassandra Daniels. What's up, Cassandra? Yeah. JoJo Jones, I see you. I may have apologized for the poor choice of words, but I meant what I said. What would have said? Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. Yeah, I could say that, you know. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's why I didn't go at her like that. I feel the exact same way that Snoop felt. Those words, I feel like they apply. But just because you're thinking something don't mean you should say it, right? There's been many times that I've thought about something and I just didn't say it because I knew that it would not come out right, and I knew that the message would probably get lost. That's why even on this platform, I know some of you are probably wondering why your messages don't show up, your comments don't show up. If you're on this platform and you're using a lot of profanity and stuff like that, your comments are not going to show up on this platform because, you know, when you're using all of that profanity and stuff, oftentimes your whole message gets lost. And so that's why we don't do that on this platform. Crystal, I see you. You keep it real, Willie D. I love your channel. Appreciate you, baby girl. Thank you. Sanya says, man done surrendered himself to a public hen picking. Rob M says, sorry, but Snoop got neutered. If I was a black man upset with Oprah, Gayle, I would be very hurt by Snoop Dogg. The bully Gayle and Oprah and their defenders had the people making a complaint apology. Harold Williams, look, Snoop said what he said. Gayle accepted the apology. We should just move on and Snoop should hold his ground. Absolutely. I'm with that. I'm with that. Carla says she just wanted those ratings. I ain't mad at her for wanting ratings. I mean, if you have a show, if you're on television, if you're on Facebook and you got a show, then you do your show. You try to get people on your show that will bring in ratings. So I'm not mad at people, putting people on the show that's going to help them get ratings. It's like somebody posting something that gets a lot of likes and somebody come to the post and say, oh, you're only posting this because you're looking for likes. Let's be real, family. Every single person that posts, whether it be a comment or a meme or whatever, you want your post or your comment to go recognized. How do you know if it's recognized? People like it, okay? So, people comment about it. So let's not play that game. We're on social media. Everybody is posting and commenting to have their comments and posts recognized in the form of likes, follows, comments, whatever. So I'm not mad at her having Snoop on the show for ratings. I mean, anybody would have Snoop on their show right now. Think about it. He's going to draw ratings right now. He's hotter than fish grease right now. So put Snoop on your platform and it's going to explode. I'm not mad at her for doing that. Like I said, I thought after that initial clip where she said, I felt like you were talking to me and Willow, I was like, oh God, here we go. I thought it was going to be a lot more of that. And I was pleasantly surprised. It was actually a good interview. I was looking for something different. And I got to say that I was impressed. I was impressed. And I'll tell you this, I don't know what's inside of Snoop's heart. I know what's in my heart. I know I would, if I would have went on the Red Table show to talk, I probably would have put some time between it. I just wouldn't be going on these shows back to back, apologizing. I would have said what I had to say, and I probably would have went on one show, one big show, and reiterated what I said, on one major platform. It would have, and the platform I probably would have chose would have probably been either The Breakfast Club or Vlad TV or Sway in the Morning. It would have been something like that, or Ebro. I would have went on one of those type of platforms. And that would have been it. I wouldn't keep going and just going on all these different platforms, especially in the ones that I know that are controlled and, where they're going to try to control my message. What's up, Ray Lemons? We're talking about Snoop apologizing, but what about Susan Rice? She needs to be checked too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Carla says, what's the daughter doing at the table with grown folks all up in the business? She's not her mother or grandmother's peer. Well, you know that show is about 3 generations of women. So that's why she's on the show. And let's face it, I think Willow is around 20 years old or something like that. Snoop got a lot of 20-year-old fans. So, you know, she represents that part. So I'm reading a lot of these comments. A lot of y'all just y'all don't seem to be riding with this Snoop thing, man. A lot of y'all like, man, y'all ain't feeling that Snoop apology thing. Dave says, the internet makes cowards feel like they're gangsters. The man said his mother told him to apologize for calling her out her name. Now, which one of y'all too gangster to listen to their mothers? Man, mothers got a way, bro. Mothers got a way of humbling you. I remember my mama blindsided me one day where she humbled me, and it blew my mind. Like I didn't even like tell her that I felt it or whatever. I just heard her words, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I remember it to this day. But it was very, very humbling and life-changing. Mother's got a way of doing that. J Rock, Gayle will interview Rick James' family. Watch. I wouldn't be surprised. Andre Riggins. What's up, Andre? We got a new member over here, Royalty Simpson. He's a businessman, and that's what business people do. Some don't understand that. Goya Dar says, nope, Snoop should have kept it G, like Boosie. Didn't apologize, and he said what he said. Cynthia Newman. My name is Cynthia Burgess, and Cynthia Newman, my maiden name, and my married name are you both. Justin Bean says, mommy got game. Yeah, using that B word is a slippery slope, because even if a woman uses the word, it just has a different feel when a man uses the word, especially toward a woman. Think about what I'm saying, family. A woman could be a whore. Listen to what I'm saying. A woman could be a whore. I mean, the kind of woman who sells her body. She sells her body. She's a whore. She calls herself a whore. The dictionary defines a whore the same way it defines a prostitute. It's a woman who sells her body to support herself. That's a whore. She may even call herself a whore or a hoe. But if a man call a woman a hoe, women will be like, women just raise up like, wait a minute, you don't call no woman like no hoe. But she a hoe. But you don't call no woman a hoe. You just don't do that. I can call her a hoe, but you can't. It's kind of like how people use the N-word. Like, you know, certain people, black people call each other the N-word all day long, whatever. But if certain people call, you know, somebody black the N-word, it's gonna be a fight. So I get that. And again, that's why I didn't call her that name publicly. Because I already know what they're gonna do if you do that. They're gonna take the word and try to turn it into a male versus female thing. I already know how they get down. So I wouldn't have played that game. I wouldn't have given them that ammunition. I don't believe in giving the enemy ammunition to gun you down. Like the enemy's already standing over there with a gun. I'm not going to give them the bullets to put inside of the gun to shoot me with. LeVar Ball, what's up? LeVar Ball says, Stoop even threw Tupac under the bus. How did he do that? Ray Lemons, I see you. But you know what, family? All in all, watching that show, I still like the idea of Black men and women coming together and trying to talk it out. You got two opposing sides. You got Jada and how she feels about the whole situation, where she felt like Snoop was wrong, and Snoop feeling like, well, you know, he was wrong in how he said what he said, but he was right in feeling the way he felt. You have the opposing sides. And what that conversation showed me is that we can have opposing viewpoints and then be able to come together. Or we could have the same viewpoint, but we express them in a different way. And sometimes the way that we express our views about each other may offend other people. And when that happens, what that talk showed me that we can actually come together, and we can come together in love and hash out our differences. So, but again, like I said, I think that particular interview actually left more people with more questions than it did before the interview. And I think people are still about evenly divided. Harold Williams says, Gayle was wrong for asking a question that Kobe had been acquitted for. Gayle should do an interview on Harvey Weinstein. Why not? Well, you know that ain't gonna happen. But then again, she might do it just to save face. She may do it, but it won't be to really persecute Harvey. It will really be to help him, because that's their friend for real. So whatever they do, they will not be trying to destroy him. They're going to be trying to build him up. If they interview Harvey Weinstein, it's going to be to try to build a case to get him off the hook. Margaret McCall says CBS is losing ratings and money because of the Gayle King issue. White people want Gayle and Oprah gone. They're not giving up Snoop and Martha Stewart, but they'll use this to let you get rid of the twins. I'm not sure about that. Oprah and Gayle collectively does their bidding, and Martha and Snoop is not doing their bidding. You know, their bidding, for all of these networks, yeah, it's always about money, boy, but if they can make some money and stick it to the Black community at the same time, they're going to do it. Yes, that's another thing. Snoop also revealed how he got his name, Snoop Dogg. He said his favorite cartoon, like mine, was Charlie Brown growing up. And they had the character on there, Snoopy, who was the dog. And Snoopy was his favorite character, so his mom used to call him Snoopy. And then along as time went by, the name stuck and it went from Snoopy to Snoop and then Dog. So that's how he got his name. Mr. Scott, I see you. New dawn arises. Let's see. Oh, Lisa, I'm with you. Lisa says, I don't care. I would never forget Gayle's condescending face. I'm with you. I'll never forget it either, and I'll never forgive her. I know who she is. See, she can't fool me. I don't care how many powerful celebrities and public figures come to her defense. She can't fool me. And I'll tell you something else. Most people, she can't fool either, because most people still agree that she made a wrong call. Most people believe that she was wrong. Most Black people believe she was wrong. A lot of other people ain't got a dog in the fight, so they don't care one way or the other. But most Black people believe she was wrong, including Black women. Most Black women believe she was wrong and didn't have a problem with Snoop saying what he said, because an enemy is an enemy. A lot of them Black women was probably calling her worse. If you want to hear somebody get called a bad word, get cussed out, employ a Black woman to do it and watch what happens. That's why men go crazy sometimes, man. You can't argue with a Black woman, and she'll cut you so low, and you be like ready to commit suicide. You cannot argue with a Black woman. You'll lose every time. Ray Lemons, welcome to level 1. Y'all welcome Ray Lemons to level 1 as a member of the Willie D Live channel. Antoine Bell, I see you. What's up, homie? 2020 slots. Snoop hanging out with the general now. He got to clean it up. Hey, you did? Yvonne Coward. Did you know Oprah turned off her comments on Instagram after the Harvey Weinstein verdict? It's still off. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Isn't it amazing how some of the ones who are the most vocal, who make their living talking, when that fire get thrown on them, when they face some adversity, they turn their comments off? They're just chatty-patty. The whole time, everything going cool, but as soon as some adversity comes, they turn their comments off. In case you missed it, uh, Lady G. What's up, Lady G? Jay Sugg said, my grandma humbled me with a right cross for talking out of place. Speaking of grandmothers, my grandmother was no joke. My grandmother used to pack a 38 special in her house coat. She did not want to mess with my grandmother. I got a video coming up about the coronavirus. Yeah, Michael Franks. I got a video talking about that coronavirus coming out tomorrow. It's serious. It's very serious, and it's making its way. In fact, I would dare say it's already made its way to the US. It's very serious. I'm watching these videos, man, people dropping like flies, like literally dropping like flies. Somebody is standing up one moment and then bam, he's falling out in the streets everywhere. Ah, man. I don't see how that'll work in the US though, because in the US, the money's in the medicine. So you just dropping dead, it don't serve them any purpose. You dropping dead, the only somebody makes some money is the coroner or the funeral home, and they're going to get somewhere between $8,000 to $20,000 or something like that, and that's a one-time lick and it's over. But with that medicine, man, they can get hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year. So I could see America hustling for a cure. Now, if it was something like cancer that they can treat over time, oh yeah, America, they'll let you. They wouldn't try to fight. They wouldn't try to fight to fix it. They wouldn't be trying to fight a scramble for a cure. The real Aaron Collins. What's up, homie? Says, I don't see anything wrong with Snoop listening to his T. Jones. D Slim said it wasn't his mother. It was Viacom and the rest of them endorsements and Susan Rice. Dina says, me as a woman, Mr. Willie, I don't like the B word at all. Dion Edwards says, Snoop should have stood on what he said and meant what he said. Apologizing made him seem soft. He should have displayed more backbone. Solo Dolo, what's up, homie? I see you. I'm gonna shut it down, fam. Give a few more shout outs. Starting in the super chat. And then I'm gonna shut it down. Jay Play, what up? What's up, Crystal? Harold Williams, Andre Riggins, Jay Rock, Ray Lemons, LeVar Ball. Who was that? New Dawn Arises. Mr. Scott, Yvonne Coward, 2020 Slots, Antoine Bell, Vera Lahorn. Solo, yeah, that's what's up. Smash up the likes, family. Smash up the likes. Hit that like button. Margaret says, y'all missing what's going on. Snoop made it all right for white people to unleash their disdain for Gayle and Oprah. Oprah did not expect the blowback from the white people. They both getting served. Yeah, they are getting hit from multiple angles. But why are they only coming after Snoop, though? All right, fam. I appreciate y'all checking out the broadcast. Smash those likes up, family. Make sure you hit the like button, share, and comment. Until next time, you ain't seen me and I ain't seen you. No more talk.